Om Shanti. A very warm welcome to all of you. Those who want to जिनको भी हिंदी में सुनना है on Zoom you can select the language interpretation और उसमें हिंदी लैंग्वेज सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. Okay. So today we have a very nice topic, building self-esteem. And the kind of the world which we are living in, I think we all need to make effort to build and rebuild self-esteem. And self-esteem actually it comes from within, knowing myself, being aware about myself, about my positive self, and self-esteem is about the beauty within. It is about the uniqueness which I have and my intrinsic qualities. So what I have to be, so I have to be aware about, I have to have knowledge about that we are unique. Because we live in a world where there is always, when we say self-esteem, if I ask you that are you, do you have self-esteem, right? On what basis you will come up with whether you have self-esteem or not, right? People may look at it in a worldly way, maybe in terms of competition, right? That if I am ahead of the game, maybe I have self-esteem. Other could be an approval, right, from others that you are good. That can tell me that I have self-esteem, isn't it? So we compare, and the society is like that where you constantly compare with one another. But why do we compare, right? If you really compare, what will happen? When you compare with others, you will find that the end result is always, I will feel low. When I compare with my neighbor, what they have in terms of material possessions, and if I have less, right, I will feel low. If I compare with my colleague, right, that what they have, right, in terms of maybe could be a position, could be they got a good bonus this time and I didn't get it. If I compare with them, I will feel low. I have just given one or two examples, but if you look in your life, if you compare, you will always be at the losing end. And so it is not wise to compare. And the reason why we don't have to compare with others is because we are different. Each and every one of us are very different than one another. And so I always give this example that can you find someone like you in this world? And in this world, what is the population? There are 8 billion human beings. Can you find someone like you out of these 8 billion people? Can you find? Forget about not as a whole, but the way you think, the way you do things, the way you approach. Can you find one person like that? The answer is no. So, what it means is that we are unique individuals. And so, if I am unique, what it means is I am different. And so, I should not compare with anyone. Right? Because my strengths, my abilities, my weaknesses are different. That is why. The way I think is different. And so don't compare. But the society, the media, the cinema, everything out in the world is all about comparison. You go out on the road, you will find big hoardings, right? And they show them beautiful people. If there is an ad of a toothpaste or a powder or a soap or anything, right? They will show as someone who is very beautiful, who looks very beautiful, right? And we think that that if we use those same products, maybe we'll become also beautiful. And so when we go to the store, we buy it, right? So world is such that which will tempt you to compare with others, do what others are doing, right? And after doing everything using the same products, there is no change, right? And so what happens is somewhere inside we feel that maybe I am not worthy, I am not good, I am not lucky, I am not fortunate. And so the world is like that, right? And so really I need to build my self-esteem not based on what is happening around. Because beauty is also fake, right? It will last for some time, right? So here, when I'm talking about beauty, is beauty within. Okay? And we'll talk about it at the later part of our session. So one is comparison. Okay? The other is that many times the the world which we are living in, right? If I do something good, if I perform better, we have people around and who should actually congratulate me, appreciate me, say that it is good, right? And many times you don't find people like that who will appreciate what you are good at. Because there are other things, right? People see it in a sarcastic way. People criticize you. People have jealousy about you. So many times that doesn't happen. And sometimes maybe people will appreciate. At that time, what we do? At that time, we doubt ourselves. What we say, are you sure? Do you think that I am good at this? Right? We doubt ourselves. And so what happens is that we never allow ourselves to see ourselves in our good or positive self. And so it is a high time to build this self-esteem for my own self. And self-esteem is, again, it is a belief coming from within that who really am I? So originally, we are peaceful, pure, joyful, blissful energy. Originally, that is what we were. But it is the law of nature, law of entropy, that what has happened is that somehow, slowly and gradually, we came down, we downgraded ourselves from our very pure, positive, peaceful self to, to something not. Okay. And it happens to the whole world, right? Everything new becomes old. Everything good goes to an decreasing disorder, right? Increasing disorder. And so everything goes from higher level to a lower level. And the same thing has happened in our mentality, in our thinking, in our feeling also. That once we were very pure, very peaceful, very happy, and from there we have come down the ladder. And so, to build that self-esteem, what I have to do is, I have to start believing in myself. It is like a diamond. When it falls into the mud and people walks over it, thinking that it is a stone, the value of the diamond is not there, right? But one day what happens? The jeweler sees it, takes it in the hand, cleans it, and it is a diamond again, right? So what I have to do is I don't have to rebuild myself. I just have to realize myself that I am that peaceful, pure, loving energy. The more I realize that this is what originally I am, and the more I work with this very elevated consciousness, you will find that you will start building that self-esteem. You will start gaining your own self-respect. Because what we have done is, until now, we have valued what others have said. Isn't it? Do we value our own perspective or do we value perspective of others? Do you value your own opinion or do you value others' opinion? Right? Most of the time, we value others' opinion, others' comments. So really ask yourself, do you know yourself better or others know you better? What is the answer? Am I not knowing myself better? Then why I wait for validation from others? Why I wait for receiving approvals from others? Why I wait for appreciation from others? Why? Why we do that? Why? Because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't value ourselves. So, what I have to do is step up, rise from where you are, okay, and believe in yourself. Right? This will allow you to have self-esteem. And how will I know that where I am rebuilding my self-esteem? when you come across adverse situations, right? And at that time you run away. You think that I am not capable. Then maybe I have low self esteem. When I have that hope that okay, let me try this way and let me try to overcome this adverse situation, that is a sign of self esteem. Having high self esteem, believing in myself. Right? When situations come, consider that to be an opportunity, right? So that I can rise above. When situation comes, consider that as a gift. Why? Because when there are situations, what do? You use all your strengths, you use all your goodness to overcome that, isn't it? So what it becomes is, it becomes a gift for you, because until now you were not were aware about your own goodness. So that situation was an opportunity for you to explore the strengths within, right? So that will build more self confidence, right? There is another thing which where where people criticize you, where people let you down, right? That is another situation. Maybe it is little tougher, but if you believe in yourself, then many times it happens, right? You must be seeing that, or it could have happened in your life too, that someone would have said that, oh, you cannot do this. It is impossible for you to do it. What happens? Our inner self awakens and says that no, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove you that I'm not what you think, right? So when people criticize you, when people put you down, you keep courage to outsmart them, right? And so this is another way of looking at that I have self-esteem, right? And so again, when comparison happens, again at that time, you don't try to compare with others, right? Use your strengths and become better, right? So not getting involved into comparison, right? Because one who comes into comparison definitely will have low self-esteem. That is why he is looking at someone else. But if I have self-esteem, then I will look at myself. What I have to do now, what I can do better in this condition. I will not look at others. So see it from this way. Change your perspective, and you will see that you will be able to build self-esteem. Okay. And I can make a choice, whatever choice I want to make. Right? Believe in yourself that whatever I want to do, I have a freedom to do. Right? Person having low self-esteem will always find an excuse. Will always tell that a situation is like that, people are like that, they are not allowing me to do this, they are becoming an obstacle for me. You will always, low self-esteem people will always find reasons not to do it, right? But having high self-esteem means I I will go through, I will overcome anything, whatever comes. Right? Only thing what I have to change is my outlook. Have positive outlook. And then automatically your thinking will change. Your thinking will be elevated. Right? And never have fear. Most of the time, you will find that those who have low self esteem will always have fear of something or another, right? Fear of what people will say, fear of losing something, what you have physically also, fear of something that if this happens, then what will happen to me? So, there are many kinds of fears. Again, today there is not much time to discuss about it, but there are a lot of fears. And so, uh, I don't have to be afraid of anything, right? It is always said that that if you want to do something new, you have to take risk, isn't it? So take risk. There is nothing wrong. Nothing will happen to you, right? When you take risk, then you will find changes in your life, and when there is a change, you feel happy, right? So with this, we conclude here, and we'll start to create that those beautiful thoughts, so that I value myself, I respect myself. Okay. So sit comfortably and make sure your back is straight, arms are relaxed, feet are also grounded, or it is okay if you want to do cross legs, that also you can do. Inhale slowly and gradually, and exhale. For a few moments, bring back your mind from the world outside, and let's go within. I see myself, observe myself sitting in a calm, composed position. I am aware about a peaceful state of mind. Let me let go of the roles which I play, the responsibilities which I have. Temporarily free yourself from all the bondages. Free from opinions of others, criticism of others, because I am now aware that I am a unique individual. Unique means not coming into comparisons at all. I am one of a kind. Seeing myself as a very special being. I just want to be with myself at this time. It is very important to have a dialogue, a conversation with the self. I accept myself as I am. I see myself with respect and dignity. Identify the goodness within. I am kind-hearted, merciful, forgiving being. I am a hopeful being. I live each and every day with an hope to make today a better day than yesterday. I live with hope to experience peace and happiness in my life. And give that same experience to others whom I come in contact with. So I do have a very positive outlook. I acknowledge it. I deeply appreciate this quality of hope which I have. I am also now aware that I am originally peaceful. Peace is my true nature. Becoming aware of the true self, that I am peaceful, I feel very light. I love myself. Love is a very benevolent energy. It's a constructive energy. And when I love myself as I am, I build a very strong relationship with the self. I truly love myself. I am a pure being. I have a clean heart. I have pure feelings for the self. Originally, I was peaceful, loveful, and pure. And bringing this awareness of my original real self, I start believing in my true self. Because I feel so comfortable. I feel I'm grounded. I'm now stable. I believe in myself. because I know myself better. I am peaceful, loveful, pure energy. I have developed now a very healthy relationship with my own self. And I promise to myself that I will every day have a very positive dialogue like this. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Is there anyone who has question? Maybe you can, those who are on Zoom can put it into chat. If you have any, maybe I can address one or two. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, Om Shanti. Meanwhile, I would like to announce one thing. Uh, we have a very nice program workshop this coming Saturday, which is 21st of March. Um, the topic is empowering the self. So it is very in line with this topic. If you are interested, this is in person. This is not on Zoom. So I would invite you, request you to come and definitely attend this session. You can register for this event on our website, www.bknj.org, Brahma Kumaris, New Jersey.org. There is an event there. You can register yourself and you can bring in friends, family, and the timing is 5 to 6:30. Okay, and we are also starting a new meditation course in Hindi language starting from this Saturday, which is 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So, if anyone is interested in that, they can also register. Okay, otherwise, we'll meet again on Tuesday, again at same time, 7:30 p.m. Om Shanti. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you.